Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. My first question for you is, what are some general suggestions that people could do to better their health and fitness to get their new year off to a good start?
I think one of the first things that I would actually say would be like just knowing, take some time for yourself. That in the counseling world, that could be as little as like 5 or 10 minutes of just doing something that you enjoy. It could be reading, it could be just taking a few minutes to stop and breathe. But I think for a lot of people, being able to take time for themselves is huge in a 24-hour time span. We have lots of people that say, I just don't have time. Okay, you don't have 5 or 10 minutes that you could just like sit and breathe. It just helps everything regroup. But along with that, then when we're taking care of our mental health and taking time to just stop and do things for ourselves, it also takes care of like the anxiety and the depression and whatnot. Because when we experience anxiety and depression or other mental health issues, it affects our physical health. We get the stomach issues, the headaches, the muscle tension, we clench our jaws. So all of these physical problems develop. Well, if we're taking time for ourselves, that helps reduce those things. And then that could end up being, okay, now I'm going to take time for myself. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm going to make sure that I'm eating right. And so, with that, like getting ourselves off to a good start would be, what do I need to do in order to take care of me this year?
Right on. Thank you very much, Ms. Ferguson. My second question for you is, why do people oftentimes set a lofty goal or New Year's resolution only to fall off track a short time later?
So, it's always funny to me. New Year's people just come out and say, "Okay, we're gonna. What's your resolution?" And sometimes I'm thinking I don't even want a New Year's resolution because I'm going to end up failing at this thing anyway. But I think a lot of people see, you look at social media or everybody else is making a resolution. Here's what we need to do. But there's this hype and excitement about, hey, I'm gung ho. Let's go. This is what I'm going to do. New year, new me. A lot of I'm just wait. This last year was so terrible. I just can't wait for the next year. So we set these goals, and it becomes this black and white thinking, or it's an all or nothing, or we think that we can. This is what I have to do in order to make things happen for me. So in the process of trying to hit some of these goals, I'm going to go to the gym every day, 5 days, out of the week, and I'm going to spend 2 hours there. Well, that's not realistic. And life gets in the way, or we get overwhelmed, or somebody gets sick. And that tends to throw us off course then at that point. And when that happens, then we have a tendency to kind of beat ourselves up and say, well, I failed, especially if we are the all or nothing thinking kind of mentality. So in the process of I failed, now I feel guilty. So I fell off track. I ate a piece of cake. Now I'm just going to go eat the whole thing. It's this, to heck with it. I'm just going to throw it all in the garbage rather than looking at it to say, okay, I messed up.
Right on. Makes a lot of sense. And my last question for you, Ms. Ferguson, is what are some suggestions on how people can set more realistic goals and to not be so hard on themselves when and or if they do fall short of their goals?
So being compassionate of yourself and recognizing, hey, I'm a human being. My kid was sick. I didn't get to go to the gym today. Life got in the way. It's okay. Um, Things happened. I got stuck in traffic. It, it's okay. Being able to recognize, I ate a piece of cake. All right. Was it worth it? Maybe, maybe not. There's a new day. And I could look at it and say, I'm going to start fresh the next day. It's okay. Rather than, again, like beating ourselves up, that ends up being a problem. And it's funny, I actually just talked to a couple people today about setting goals and setting smaller goals. We could have a big picture. This is what I want. I want to lose so much weight. And with that, then we are establishing, what's the time frame? What's a realistic time frame? And what's it going to take to get me there? What are the little things along the way, and then being able to even look backwards, and say, here I can see where I started from and where I'm at now. And that helps us see the progress in what's been going on.
Thank you very much for your time today, Ms. Ferguson, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too.